corner of YouTube. Hey, how is everybody doing out there? I'm super excited to be here with you today. I've got a lot of things going on. As you can see, or maybe you didn't see, on my YouTube channel, I have like what I'm calling a little bank of little videos that are coming your way, but they're not ready yet. So they will get ready when we're ready. Okay, I'm trying to get them ready for you, and it's going to be a crazy, crazy week. So I'm trying to get, you know, hey, let's get ready for Create Today. Let's get ready together. And one of my big things, hi Cheryl, how are you? One of my big things is the borders. Okay, so I call this the secret sauce to little borders. Hello, Joy, how are you? Hey, Sue, how are you? How's the weather doing? Hey, I am so glad that you're here with me. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you guys being here. So I have a lot of little stuff going on. I have been playing with the mini. The mini, I think it really is faster. Hey, Crafty Stamper, how are you? So I was using it for cutting borders. I used it for the fancy folds, okay? And I think it is pretty fast. I mean, I think it is fast. I don't know. I think we have to play like Speed Racer and see if it's faster. Oh, you're so sweet, Antoinette. Thank you so much. You're adorable. Hello, Mabel. How are you? So I'm a little bit early, but I have to get my little stuff here ready. So that's why I'm a little bit early. And I was doing you know how I love a box pleat. So I haven't quite done it, you know, pleated it in here yet. So I thought we could start with that. I am using the grand borders, and I cut them in this fun little pattern, which this side is the pink one and this side is the little fun print, and it looks like my shirt. That's on purpose. Okay, so we have that, and my trash can is full. I think it's ready to go. How's everybody out there doing? Okay, it's a super busy week. I have um what do I have going on this week? Let me think. I have oh, I have to go get a root canal done tomorrow. A root canal. Hello, Beth Murphy. How are you? Yes, isn't that going to be so much fun? And I'm the patient you don't want in the chair, okay? Like, knock me out kind of patient. So that's why I know that the rest of the week is going to be crazy, because I have to allow myself that healing time, right? So, and then Tuesday, the carpenter is going to be here, and I think he says he's going to be here for about 5 days. I am not going to let him come back on Saturday, because Saturday is Zoom. Yay! I'm so excited. And pulling out all these papers has just been make me so happy. We are using the Paradise paper today, okay, for our lesson today. And yes, as soon as I get a minute to sit in my bed, that is when I do my written instructions. So as soon as I sit there in bed and write my little notes, I listen and I type at the same time, and then I can get the written instructions out to you, okay? Um, for this layout. I am trying to do that a little bit more, because I know that sometimes you guys want um, the written instructions along with me chit-chatting away. Okay, so is the speaker on? I'm supposed to be wearing it, not just laying it on my desk. Yes, I'm supposed to wear it. That's what the speaker little mic thing is for. Let's see. Yeah, it's gonna hit my. There we go. I don't want it hitting my jewelry. Okay, so today is going to be the secret sauce. So let me tell you about what I consider the secret sauce to making borders. I'm taking my instructions off. Yep, I have instructions. So it was maybe October's class of last year. It was called kintsugi, and I know that sounds crazy, but it's beautiful. It is Canton blue. It is incredible, gorgeous, and so it is so fantastic. But it's called kintsugi, and in that kintsugi class, we talked about borders, and we got this little secret sauce border recipe, okay? So for me, more is more and more is better. So when I think about a what do we want to call it? When I think about oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that to you. Uh, a border, I want something always to lay on, right? I want a base. So my base is always for me those fancy folders, which I'm so happy. The little ones, I haven't tried the big rosettes. The big, what do we call these lovelies? Embossing folders don't go in. Oh, the little one goes in the mini. The big one, let me see on the other side. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to try that again, but I thought it didn't work. Um, so base is what we want. And the base for me is always going to be some type of gorgeous, lacy something to let hold together the plate for your food, okay? You can't just throw around, uh, rice, beans, a taco, okay? You need a plate to hold on to it. Well, maybe not in this house all the time. Regardless, bad example. And then I like to have something lacy in that, okay? So for me, something lacy is what I call something with the little holes in it, okay? Because you still get to see the fabulous fold that you made when you see through this, okay? That's why I'm saying it's something lacy. You want to be able to see through all of the layers. And if you don't have lacy, then you can't see all the layers. Do you see where I'm going with this? I want to get credit for all the hard work we're doing, okay? And then I always love a little golden something something, okay? Something from your foil pack, okay? So a little gold, a little pink. I think this might be champagne gold because it's so pretty. You know, those are my things that I love to have something a little blingy, right? And then I love something with a little pop of color, okay? The pop of color is going to be minimal in your spaces, okay? The pop of color is going to be your 10% color in your home, on your page, okay? We're doing the 60-30-10 rule so that your stuff looks continuous throughout your book, okay? So this is going to be your pop of color. And then what you're going to have at the end, and I had them somewhere around here, is at the end you want something that is going to ground everything. And I love it when it's a beautiful frame. Sorry, I know that sounds horrible online. Sorry. Uh, okay, so a beautiful frame for me always is the, take that away, right here. All these gorgeous frames, those for me are what's going to ground it because you're going to put your picture on top of it. Now, if you don't want to use the fancy foil, you can do print, you can do gold, you can add a little ribbon to it, whatever you like, but that is, for me, what's going to ground your picture in. And I love a little bit of ivory around the photo because it makes everything pop in, okay? It gives it that white rest where your eye needs to rest on. You're going to be looking at the picture, so you want it to be resting on something, okay? And yes, this is what I was thinking about when I was thinking of some kind of frame that you want to use, okay? This can be for your frame of your pictures. It could be for your frame of your journal, but you want something to ground your entire thing. And then, of course, the embellishments. And for me, I pulled out a bunch of, I know you guys have these, okay? Because I have 2 albums of them, and I want you to go and find them. And let me tell you where it's at. These big 12-inch borders of flowers. I have them in all different colors. Right here, okay? This, and then also Annalise has this one. And I think it was 2 borders. So you got this one, and then this one was the one that you added to pop it up. Okay, so you have all of these, and this is what I'm using today as my embellishment. But you know, we might be sneaky and add some of the seashell stuff because I have them here for us to use, the seashells, okay? The seashells kind of have a little different color, but you're going to think I'm crazy. But look at that gorgeous seashell and kind of tucked into pieces of the flower, okay? Yeah. Hello, Candy. How are you? You're not watching the, what do we call this? The red carpet right now? Okay, so let's take a look and see what everybody's at, because we're going to try to figure out how we're going to do this border today, okay? We might have to have another anchoring lesson somewhere. I have so many lovely things to show you guys. Okay, so let me show you the other lovely thing that I made that we're going to talk about. Can you see that? Is that not so cute? Look. It is the green box from our Create 25 November. And I turned it into a little mini box. And so, yes, we will be doing that. I kind of thought that might be, if I'm not a chipmunk tomorrow, that might be a good, fun little thing that we can use and together. Okay, I was inspired by these gorgeous boxes that we buy, and I wanted one to contain it. So, but those boxes are very, very sturdy. I recommend an electric, what do we call it? An electric kind of paper box cutter. That's what I have. Works really good. Okay, so we're going back to our 5 magical ingredients for our secret sauce when we're making borders, okay? Base layer. For me, it's always going to be some kind of paper trick. A little bit of golden touch, okay? Something that's going to be stitched, something that's going to be fabulous for you. A little pop of color is going to be number 3. And then you're going to be anchoring with your frames, your journaling. I almost always put my journaling or the date in that little border area, okay? And then your embellishments are number 5, okay? That's it. That's the whole sauce. It's not rocket science by any means. And that is my little thing. It doesn't mean that if you do something different, it doesn't mean that that's not going to work for you, okay? So I'm going to move you over to my desk because it is a hot mess. We're probably going to do some paper folding with vellum. I am loving vellum at this moment. I'm having a little vellum moment. Let's take a look at that and see what else we have. And so I am using this Big Fat Grand Border die, and then this is from Crop at Home 3, and it is the shadow for this big one that's right here. I love this thing because it cuts everything like a little big fat scallop, okay? And when I'm thinking of the waves and then this big fat scallop, works perfect together, okay? So that is going to sit right there for me. And let me show you all this loveliness mess that I have around my desk. It is a hot, hot mess. Let me say hello to you while we're doing this. Let me see. Joy, hello, my crafty stamper. And Antoinette and Mabel and Jennifer. Hey, how are you? And Sue, how are you doing? Beth and Candy, Antoinette, how are you, my loves? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's Sunday night. I know you guys have a big thing of everything to do, but I appreciate you being here with me. So close your eyes if you get dizzy, because I'm going to move you to my desk, and I do not have that fancy thing that you need, which is the switch something thing. I'll get it. I'll get it. It's on the list of things to get. Okay, babies? It is on the list. And thank you, thank you, thank you for coming over and seeing me. Welcome to my little corner of my world. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to have you guys come join me. I just think it's so, so special. And again, because I'm in the middle of who knows where, I always say part 2 is coming if for some reason I drop away, part 2, come right back and we will work on part 2. Okay, so let's look and see if you can see everything. Maybe up a little higher. There's the edge. Cheryl, hello, how are you? Beautiful Jasmine box. I know, I can't even tell you. Look at everything is in here. And I am working on my essential list of ingredients, tools, themes um, that I use to travel. So the travel edition is coming. I just need a little moment, okay? Just a little moment. It's gonna be a busy, busy week, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, look at all this loveliness. Let's go back and review that we were doing the fillet. Okay, let's go see what we have here. Okay, the fillet, and yeah, my hair's a hot mess because I just washed it, so it becomes like, whoo. Okay, so we did the little fillet. We got the window. It's 1 inch. Okay, and then you come back around this way and you take off. Did we make it? Oh, let me try my brand new rulers. I'm really liking them. One, because they're pink. So I start on the very end, which I like that. There's not like a little space. You know, one of my other rulers has like this dead space there, and I don't like that. Anyway, so it starts way over there, and that is number 1, and then it comes all the way over here, and I'm at 11.75. Very nifty, and this is the one that has a hole in between it. So you're supposed to be able to make a straight line. Look, isn't that something? You're supposed to be able to make a straight line with it. So, or cut a straight line with it. But I am also enjoying the Tim Holtz, but Tim Holtz is in the kitchen with my other stuff. Yes, I have moved into the kitchen. I know hubby's not happy about it, but you know, it's okay. All right, my sweets, let me show you the base. I want to do this little paper pleating part, but in my brain, let's move that one over. In my brain, I see waves, okay? So I see these lovely 2, and this is where we stopped last week. I tell you guys that sometimes I take the little leaf off this little ironwork because when I take the little leaf off, it kind of looks to me more wavy than when it has the leaf on. Does that make the leaf on it, okay? So again, don't be scared to alter your things as need be. So this is going to be, for me, a wave. So I am building it flat to the bottom, okay? And I'm thinking I want like maybe a 5x7 here, okay? Let's see what this one is. 1 5x7. So let's picture a 5x7 in this area. Okay, and my temper doesn't work if the top is on. Oh, but that's because I was trying to force myself to use my little ones because I need to use them up. Yes, that's why I did that. Okay, so if I wanted, in my dream, I would love for this to be sitting about right there. Okay, so it's like a top heavy, and my ruler is going to tell me that I am 1.5 inches from the shell paper. So this other little outside is just 1/8 of it. So that's nice. Okay, that's a really pretty ruler. All right, and so that way I understand how big this space is down here, okay? This is why I wanted to put that little thing there so that I know what is going on, okay? So now, if this is my main border, I'm laying that down, and we're going to play and see what exactly I like. And I did do them in kind of a pinky color, and I did them in a blue color, and I did them in a white. And that's kind of where I was at. I did do them extra in blue. Let's get these apart. Or is this one kind of green? No, I think they're all kind of blue. Okay, so you kind of have to decide where you want. I don't see it a big difference. I do see more in the beautiful white. So, and then I do like them kind of off center where it's going to look like this gorgeous little petticoat effect here. And I did take off the little leaf, okay? And then maybe the blue can be sitting in the back. Okay. Oh, then we're going to have to take this little pinky thing off, the leaf off. My desk is so totally full of stuff, but it is very organized. And I'm like, oh wait, where did that go? Oh wait, where did that go? Because I moved it already. And this has been cut off because I used an 8 by 10 piece of vellum instead of the big ones, but I thought it might be okay for this if I was using it in um, like the back of it. Do you see what I mean? I may not want the full size of it. Yeah. Now I'm going to have little leaves all over. They're going to look good. Now I like maybe a color, and I think I want all of these lovely pops of color. Remember, we had a little pop of color going on here. And this is how I start kind of playing with things. You put your little stuff down. You kind of have a picture in your mind of what you think you want it to look like, and then you kind of play. You know, play around a little bit with it. You see how that little pop of color starts to really make it so much fun? And you can even do the other side, but I don't like the pink. Sorry. I mean, that's not it. That I never say that. I don't like the pink. Okay. And you see how all of that just starts to feel so good all in between here. I am sorry. Yes, I think I have a squeaky chair now. Love these dies. You and me also. Also, you and I are just exactly, yeah. So now what I have to do is, I love how that looks. I love how this looks, but maybe I don't want it all together. Maybe I'm over. I kind of like this with these little things down. So I'm going to do the strip in the middle so that we can fold these and turn them into box pleats. Okay. Where's my little, my pink one? Let me see. I don't have a pink one in here. Okay, so now I take this part off, and the box pleat is super easy, right? You guys have done that one with me before, and sometimes I do when I'm going, like wanting to go super fast, I will do 2, 1 on each side of this little foam tape. This is not foam. This is just Sudoku tape. What is it? Score tape. Okay. I know I have my little pink one around here somewhere. I got this little pink, I think it's called like a plastic little razor or something that is supposed to help you cut open your boxes, but it's ceramic or something. I'm not sure, but it doesn't cut, which is right up my alley because I am always at like, oh my goodness, I'm going to cut myself. Okay, now what I want here is I want it to be not box pleated. I want kind of like a faux, what shall we call this? A ruffle. Okay, so I kind of want this wave going on here. All right, so I'm only kind of tweaking this, and let me tell you how wide this is before. 4.5. So you see how you kind of just put this in, you pinch your box pleat, and it's helping me stay in between here. You see, it's kind of like a little messy ruffle. That's what I want here. And usually I have to have 2 of them for a 12-inch border. You see how that looks? Okay. And where is my little, this little stuff I put right back on so I don't go sticking onto things. It helps. You see that?
holding it down. Now let's get another little piece. It's around here somewhere. Right here. Nope, that one's blank. Right here, yes. So I ran this through the box pleat, okay? The box pleat twice, because you do each side. Since this is 4.5 inches, you have to do each side. So this would be our step of our border 1, okay? Because we are working on the base that everything is going to sit on, okay? This is where we're at with sitting on it. And you guys, I think you guys know this about me, but I am not, I'm doing this on the fly. I have not been able to sit in here and play or have a plan of what I want to do, because I had company this weekend. It was so nice to have Nick and the girlfriend came over to play with me and visit, and so we just went out and did some shopping. Nick played golf, but so I have not had time to sit here and plan my page. So you will see exactly how I work step by step. This is the real here. Okay, now take that one off. And then I kind of think I want to attach this. Let's see. Here to here. Okay, unfold the very last one. Attach it to your other piece. And then you're able to kind of just attach it from the little spot. And then you're able to pinch into it. Okay, so now we have a nice big 12-inch space, and I don't want it to, I just don't want it to flatten out. So I just love it. You see how big that is? Because I know that these borders here are so big that I want it to be able to do a big fat border. But I'm going to go rogue and not use the shadow die, because if we use the shadow die, you won't see it. Okay, so I'm gonna go to these little scallop scissors, and I kind of just trim off the edges, okay, because I want my little edges here to have a little bit of a scallop. Do you see? It's messy, it's okay, they're not measured. I just want, you can see I'm just taking off the little 1/8 of the edge. When you do a big fat border like this, you can do that because you have 4.5 inches to kind of goof off and play around with this. It's still a very substantial, big, fat border. Okay. These are OG scissors, right? They come from the sewing section. Oh my gosh, and my sewing people, let me ask you, are you guys using the Craft Tech fabric paper? I have been sitting at the Amazon box waiting for mine to arrive. I am so excited to be able to play with it. I've seen some projects that you can emboss. Have you played with some Craft Tech projects? You'll have to show me. Come join me on my Facebook page so that you can show me your Craft Tech projects with some pictures. Show me, because I am just loving it. My brain is on fire designing Craft Tex paper projects, and I haven't even touched it. I know. It's paper fabric, and you sew on it, and you can emboss it, and it's just durable, and you can wash it. Okay, so here is this loveliness. Okay, this is our base. So I kind of went from the big fat scallops to the scallop scissors, okay? And yes, to top it off, we are going to add some foam tape. I have it all in this lovely little bag that Shirion told me about. And I'm going to use the big fat one because I never use this. This I think is a half It's a half inch. Um, because I want dimension on this page, okay? This page is not for the flat uh, lovers, okay? This is a nice big fat page, okay? And I want to say this roll is from my little Anna Griffin stash, and you kind of have to not stretch it out because it stretches and it can go forever. Yeah, it's just don't stretch it. Just be very gentle with it. Okay, so now I have this, and I'm going to attach it to the bottom of my page, and I love that. Now, am I going to put this behind it? Maybe. Am I going to put that on top? I love it. You see the little fun stuff that you can do with it, and if it's lacy, you can still see that. You see what I mean? And I'm not going to take all the waves off of it. Okay, so here is where I'd like that to live. And let's find some real glue. Okay, so lacy something, a little paper trick. You're kind of following me. And as I am gluing this, we'll talk about the desk organizer box. You need electric scissors. It's very, very strong boxes. So be careful what you are getting yourself into there. I used binding tape, and then I used a gold marker to make it gold. Okay, I love it. It came out so cute. I used also some of the P3 tape from my super fun lady over at Paper Phenomenon. She has something called P3 tape, and I bought some of that. But I think the Amazon one, I'll show you when we do it, but I think the Amazon one took the gold a little bit better. Okay. I used the P3 tape on the bottom and the, what is this called again? Binding tape on the top. So, and then I used gold pins to make it gold. Okay, here we go. So now this loveliness can sit right on top. Do you see how you have the little peekaboos and you still see that through the vellum? So much fun. Okay, so now what I'd like to do is get this little space right here. Okay, so now we're still working on layer 1, which is something to lay on. Okay, layer 1, where's my, that is your base. So I guess I'm calling this a double base, right? Because we put something on the bottom. Okay, so I have these little pieces hanging out. I've got to cut that. That's not going to look bueno. Okay, and then I can kind of push one right on the edge, and I'm staying away from the fillet. Okay, I'm liking that. And so it's going to be kind of pushed in. And you see how I have this little space here, and then you're going to press down and it's going to pleat and ruffle even more. Those bags, yes, those bags are in my store, and I will tell you the link. I love them. I am working on a favorites situation because I know you guys always, and right now I'm working on the travel one because we're going to go to Create. We're going to go to a retreat house for Create, so I am working on the what to take. Okay. You see how you're kind of pushing this down? Pull the back. They're on Amazon. They're like the meshy, flat. They do not hold 12 by 12 paper, but they do a fabulous job holding your scraps, you know. Why is that not coming off? It's stuck somewhere. Oh, here. There we go. All right, you see how I kind of forced it and you have that little ruffle. So this gives you that very faux ruffle look, okay? You see how that's working? And you can still see the gorgeous pop of color because you see it. Now, what is left to do when you're following my little recipe is a little gold, okay? And then you start embellishing, okay? So that is where we're at. And I thought I might have to do 2 golds. Oh, I have 2 golds. Oh, thank you, ma'am. And this one I will kind of smush together because I don't feel like I need all of that. You know, I want it to be in. Does that make sense? I kind of think, should we go for 2 different colors? Oh my goodness. Should we go for 2 different colors? Maybe. Oh my goodness. You know, we've been basket weaving in our Zoom class, right? Have you guys been basket weaving? I'm going to cut off the little leaves because I don't like the leaves. So my brain just did something while we were doing that, and I'm going to show you. So we are doing the most incredible class with Joy was working on homework today. So tell us, Joy, how much you are loving this little March Madness, peeps, March Madness. And you know why? Because we are doing 8 pages, 2 colorways, 8 pages each. We're using Lucky for All in green, emeralds, golds, and then we are mixing it with some little florals that are the little florals are you see how I'm squishing that in? We're working basket weaving. I'm telling you, I just, did you see how I just did that? You are going to have so much fun if you come and join me for basket weaving with paper. Look at how pretty that is. Did you see? Did you see what I just did? I cut the pink just an inch, just to that one, and I use a landmark to mark exactly where we want to cut. And then you take your gold and you wind it up, okay? And you're going to stop where you need to stop because you only cut to that landmark. And it's okay. It's just paper. If you tweak it and move it. Did you see that? When is basket weaving sounds awesome? Let me tell you, Texas Cowgirl, what's your name? Introduce yourself, sweetheart. I don't know if I know your name. Out, in. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had these correctly. Okay, so now here, basket weaving. Oh my gosh, we do so many tricks of basket weaving. It's so much fun. Okay, so I'm going to put this one down also with a little pop-up dot, pop-up strip, because I think I still want some dimension. And let's see, we're going to do florals on top of that. So I think I should do a skinny one. A skinny 1/8, because I want to make sure you can see it. And it's a brand new one. Just got it. Yep, I did my refill. Okay, so the big thing about going through your stash and right now before Create is that you can go and through your stash, okay, and clean up your desk, look and see what you have. The Create Supercell, Before Sell, whatever sell it is, that stock up sell, I think it's called, is not out yet. But if your room is nice and clean before the stock up sale comes out, you know exactly what you need, okay? So you don't have to overbuy, is that Martha talking? I think so. And if you do, please overbuy with my affiliate link. I think I've gotten like 0 points like for a month, so I guess I'm not doing my job very well. Okay, sweetheart. So you see how this one works right there? And it's squished in, and we're going to put that right on top. Now we're deciding, are we doing gold or pink? I kind of like the gold first on top and the pink on the bottom. So can you tell that my wave is different now? The wave that was supposed to be here a while back. Um, I might still want to do blue right there because it is border class. Because look at that. Ah, so pretty. Didn't we have a pink one that we can do on the bottom? Yeah, right here. And is there a big one? No, but there's several pieces of it. Okay, maybe we'll do um, pink on the bottom and blue on the top. Or should we do it the other way? I like blue. I like blue for both. Okay. And I'm not sure if I want, well, I guess I've committed. Okay, so now I have this one. And, you know, you have to kind of judge where you're going to put this at because you want to get credit for the blue, okay? And I can still change my mind, okay? So the waves here are what I was back at, okay? And I am at 6:30, okay? So my normal little videos go for about an hour. So I'm kind of just trying to stay on schedule. Okay, so here I want the blue to just give me a little peekaboo, okay? So if I'm looking at, let's move this baby out of the way, and we get this little blue, and I want it to be in the middle, okay? I don't want it to be too much taller, so kind of judge where you want it to be at, because this foam tape, once it goes down, it goes down, I tell you. Okay, so now I kind of can see that I'm going to be on the second foam tape, and some kind of that helps me kind of make a landmark and keep them all at the same height. And then I'm going to take off the last little wave here. Okay, there. Now I'm going to need to put glue back on it because now we have to do the other side. Okay, so what do you guys have going on this week? Do we have a show? Do we have an AGTV members only? For some reason, I think we have one tomorrow. Do we have one tomorrow? You won't see the pleats. Yes, I know, right? Yes, I'm with you. We won't see the pleats. Do we like the pleats? This right here, what I'm doing right this minute, could be a border all on its own. Maybe we do two of them. Okay, this was a border that I was making, and remember we were practicing with our mini and I went crooked, and look, we're never even going to see it, and I'm going to cut off the last one anyway. So there, now we're coming over here and putting the one on the top and starting right there. This, I think this all by itself could be a border. Look at that. And then flowers. Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm listening. I'm listening. I am with you, my sweet lady. Look at that. That could be a border all on its own. It needs a base, okay? It needs one of these lovelies and then flowers. Do you see what I mean? Let me put it on there so you can see it. So you want this one different. Let's go use one of these gold ones. Okay, look at that. Isn't that pretty? And I love being able to use two different colors of gold gold. Let's try this one out right there. And let's try this one out. I'm just kind of barely putting it on top. I know that this one's crooked. And I have to take the little leaves. Do you like that right here with just some flowers? Let's put it on top so you can see. You see how that looks? There we go. Isn't that pretty? I know. This is why I love to make borders all day long without even a thought, and you just have a bunch of borders. Remember B was telling me she puts her paper in to the right spot that she needs it to be at in her book, and then she forces herself to use that paper. Isn't that just genius? Genius. I love that. Okay, I'm liking that because I'm bringing back some of the pink that's in here. So look, you see we did basket weaving. We have flowers there. And I am liking this. And did I put it in there permanently? I need more glue right on top. I love it. Okay, let's see. Oh my, I think I smell dinner. What does the gold single look like with flower border? Gold single with a flower border. Is it this one, loves? Is this the one that you're talking about? Okay. My flower on my head was going crooked. Yeah, I'm smelling dinner. Oh, I was gonna do this one down. I like the pink because I'm bringing back the pink from behind the very back. I have the right to change my mind whenever I want. So my point being, I love, love, love to have all of these lovely borders ready to go. And we will sometime this summer have a border class, and we just take all of your lovelies and we are going to make a beautiful array of borders. You have to have all 500 million of those. You know we have them. Okay, on this one, I am not going to put up a foam tape because I want these to kind of do this. Okay, so I'm going to kind of give it a little curve. Okay, so that it hopefully doesn't smush it all down. Yes, mine's also go in books and they will get smushed eventually, but for us right this minute, okay? I love this. I love using two different types of borders. Okay. And then where was my little seashells? Because this is a little seashell, but I like using flowers for everything. Look, I have flowers on football pages, okay? And if you don't like it, just flip the page. Just continue on. Just continue on because right here we use flowers for everything. Yes. So I love all of these here, and we kind of just move them all about. And then I have flowers here. And where was the other big flower? This one. I think I want it like this. Okay. So if that's going to sit there, and just pretend that this is not all over the place. Just pretend. Okay, we have to have corners here, so I'm kind of thinking that a corner on the pictures here. Doesn't that look cute? And then we need to do a little seashell here, adding some color, maybe one of these little curly cute things there. Ooh, pretty purple one. That would be really pretty around the name tag, like the date tag with the purple, because that would really make it pop. And kind of pushing some of these. So you're back to your paradise paper, right? You see that I'm using flowers, but you still want to use some of, oh, I love this one. Now, for me, I like things in threes, and you see I'm just kind of pushing them around, but we can still come back and add more. Okay, I think things coupled up feel better. So you kind of move them around. This is going to be my, let's call this one my name tag, date tag. It's a big one. I have a pink one, but let's use it. Okay, and okay, so something like that, like this. Okay, oh, I know how to show you how to do that. It's going to be so cute. So I want to have 3 sets of things. So let's say that this is going to be our date, and we're going to put it right here, but we're going to use only half of it because we're going to do a little journaling tag for it. So let me fold it in half so that you see the size that you're going to need, and it's going to be like right here. And right there you can put your little title, and we're going to have like this little thing right here with the flowers. Okay, so this is one collection, and then I like to kind of go opposite ends. So then this is going to be my next little collection. Okay, and then maybe not all the way on the bottom, but on the top. Okay, with them there. And ooh, that one's really funky. Let me see one that's, oh, that pointy one looks good. Okay, and then I'm thinking I'm moving it back over here to the other side. And I love that. Okay, so here you have those little things, and this is going to be our name plate, and you see how things are coming along. So now let's go see what we're going to do with our beautiful little flowers. Definitely, I think we're going to pop these up, and some of these little babies right here. I thought I had one that was already open. This one, you see, I have these little blue ones, and I don't even take the sticker part off, because for me, my flowers are going to be, or my pages are going to be inside of books. So I don't even take the sticker part off. Now, yes, I would take the sticker part off and glue and all that lovely stuff if I was going to be mailing something out, okay? Because you want your mailing stuff to be just perfect. You don't want it to fall apart before it gets there to you. Let's see. Any questions? Let's see. I can't wait to be in Caribbean selling for, oh my goodness, for Easter. Oh, well, this is all, this is a perfect picture because you have sea and you have springy flowers. That is just so adorable. I love it. I've only done selling once. I'm not a big deep water person. I like touching the bottom of the pool. Okay, so I'm kind of doing this in this direction, this direction. You look at your flowers and see which ones make most sense for you. I like the little pinks up. So I'm going to kind of smush this into the bottom. And how many layers are we on now? How many layers did we make? Okay, we have flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are on 5. Love it. I stinking love it. I love it. And I don't think I'm going to put a second one on here. I think we're good with that part. But I do love pushing this in between. You see that? Love that. Then your flower becomes part of this beautiful seashell life. And you kind of just push it in between, okay, and give it a little tilt, okay, just like that. And let's see which other one would make sense for me. Oh, right here is going to be this, so you don't even need to put anything because you're not going to see it. About making sure you get credit for things. Great big huge pointy one. No, I kind of like this one better. Okay, so here we go. So do you see how things are starting to feel like they're anchored? Okay, because you're using vellum, everything you are using, you can still see through it, okay? And this is going to sit on top. That's going to be my date tag, so I'm not going to worry about that. And over here, we have this beautiful collection of beautiful seashells. And I'm looking to see what kind of flowers I have already out. Let's think and see. Pink and white and blue is what I used on that. I have red ones over here, and I have white and purple ones over here. I might do a little clipping action here. Okay, and kind of throw them into the seashell mess. Do you see what I mean? So you kind of start grouping things together. Doris is my Texas cowgirl. Oh no, Paula. Yes, I was so excited to take pictures on vacay. Okay, so here we have this. Now I'm going to take the sticker for the back out and gonna kind of prop this so that I'm far away from the corner of the picture, so you can still get into the picture, but I want to be able to see all of the seashell. And same thing here. Move it all the way to the outside corner, and then I'm going to put the flower mess. What do you want to call it? Flower mess. Okay, and I'm going to give it a little slice with my, if I could find it. I was using it earlier, my X-Acto knife. And oh my goodness, I don't know what baby daddy is cooking, but let me tell you, it smells like risotto. Are we having mushroom risotto, Frischneck, for dinner? Oof, it smells delicious. Okay. And then I'm kind of moving this, and I'm not going to stick this part because I want it to be in the picture, but not, I want to be able to get the picture in. Okay. Just like that. And then this one kind of all together, loves, all together. Let your stuff touch each other. Feels like a good community of it, okay? Let your stuff touch, just like that. A little bit under the vellum. Oh, I like that under the vellum a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's one little thing. This is the one that I want to use for the other one, and up here I'm going to do another one. Now this one is a sticker that I've already taken off the top. I've used quite a bit of these already. So here is this lovely, and I don't want it to be too strong just in case I want to take it away. And again, I'm just taking off of the picture. And I'm looking for my little thumb thing. And maybe like this. And our little flower situation. So just because they are, what do we call these, border flowers, doesn't mean you can't take them apart and use them as individual flowers, okay? Tear them up. Use those babies up. We just, keep buying more and more, but we need to use more and more, okay? And I'm putting it there so in case I need to take it apart. Okay. And then this lovely right here, and letting them all touch together. Oh, I am loving that. And this is going to be for my date right here. And let's see. Where do we have our little papers? Kind of like this. Kind of like that. Kind of like this and kind of like that. Paper, 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 paper. Okay, so you see how things are already starting to close up? You can see how things are starting to feel. I think right there is a good spot. And where's my little, so we can make it a pretty one, a pretty score line. You score the pretty part in, okay? Leave the ugly part to the back. You don't need the front, the ugly part. Okay, leave that to the back. And here we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so let's look at this little thing here, and then I'll tell you what size these things are. I'm going to take a little trim off of that, and then I'll be able to tell you, because this is how I craft. I kind of just do without numbers often, but then I'll come back and let you know what numbers they are. Oh, this table is a mess. Okay, so that's 6 inches by 3 1/4. Okay, and now I want to put one of these lovelies right on top, and it's going to fold in just like that. So for that, I want to use wet glue, and my lovely wet glue is around here somewhere. Where did I see it? Okay, so everybody having fun? I've got to go because I smell my dinner. I got to go bye-bye. Yeah, I can smell dinner. I thought we had something else for dinner, but oh, it smells delicious, and I need to go figure that out. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and now you have a little journaling card. And because we did waves or scallops, let's go do a scallop here. These are so fun. Okay, and then we have this one here, and I love being able to see that little color underneath. Okay, and I kind of think that this would be perfect for the little lines of the inside, and so let me tell you how I cut that up. Mark it. And that becomes the perfect little date, tag, number, whatever you want to put on it. Your little title, your little person's name, okay? Right there, just perfection, okay? And there is your journaling tag that you can put your stuff into. And let's move all of these things out of the way. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we have these little lovelies. I'm going to put some foam tape on the back of this one so that it stands out. And it's going to sit. Let's make sure we put it on the right side, this way. Because that way we're able to tuck things in underneath it, okay? And I like that there. And here's my little, what do we call this, little seashell? Okay, and then maybe another little seashell up here on top. And I don't know if we have any flowers around here somewhere, but we'll find some. I don't think I want red. That was a different one, okay? And maybe a little gold. A little gold would be good right here to hold it up. And you know, I love to do a little, I like that there. I don't want them floating away from each other. No, I kind of think I like the gold over here. Yep. I'm allowed to change my mind. Can you tell? Hello, Paula. How are you? Yeah, hubby has just now, oh, I'm taking it off and I didn't know it was supposed to be there. Okay, so we need to find some flowers for it, but the other thing that I love to add to my page, and now we can take this little thing off because I think I know what the top is some little flourishes. Flourishes for me make everything move. And it's always so much fun to see a little flourish here and there. And and I have tons, 500 millions of them. So I kind of just take a big monster amount of them and kind of see where they can sit. And yes, I usually do this after the after I've already connected everything together. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like this one here. Right there. Okay. And on this, let's see, what part are we going to have? I'm only going to take off the sticker from this little piece here so that I can stick my picture in, and that just kind of stays floating around like that. Okay. And I think he needs a little something more. Maybe something over here. My little collection here is getting bigger and bigger. Can you see that? There, I like that there. Let's get this little baby. I can't imagine how much these are so cute. And these are big double-sided, doubled 3D ones. And you know we can take those all apart and make more. Okay, you see how that fits? Here is one set. Here is another set. Here is another set. I have gold in every set, so I like that. And movement happens with flourishes. And here, look at this. These are nice. Oh, I kind of think that would be pretty right in the back of that. Okay. And this is why I do the flourish last. Because I can, once I sit what I want down, I can kind of move this around and decide where I need my movement at. Does that make sense? Okay, there we go. And, oh, these are gorgeous. Do we take all of that off and put it down with this one underneath? Maybe. Let's see if it'll come up. Do you see how that starts to, those little curly cues are just what you need. Ah, oh my goodness. Okay, I think my page is done, but there's a mess of stuff going on here. So what do you have here? Your little journaling tag, your date, your loveliness here, okay? You have your little collection of stuff here. You've anchored everything down with your picture first, okay? And now you have an embellishment that kind of does a little cross up here, a one down here, and then your important part, your journaling, is right in this center. Yes, it's all about the border on this page. Okay, yes, and we have the lovely fun two of these crazy looking ones, okay, with the floral underneath hiding there, and then you have the vellum. So every once in a while when you see it, you kind of see a little action going on because you start to see the colors that come through the vellum. Super fun. And then we added more pink, because I love pink, and on top of the vellum. That's the box pleat, which is our base, holding everything in, and a little bit of florals with some seashells all over, tucked in everywhere. Okay, what do you think about that? How was that for class? All about the borders. Let me see, am I going to be upside down if I turn this around? Hello, how are you? Okay, am I upside down? Completely upside down? Don't you guys like seeing me upside down? Okay, so what do you think about class? Okay, it's worth it. It's so worth it to do a little bit of loveliness when you have your border. Now, this is what I love about borders, okay? Biggest love is that I can do this. Now, just work with me here, okay? You can turn the page, and here you have a border. This is your next page, okay? This is your next page. You now have a vertical picture, or you can do 3 lovely pictures, okay? but you have the recipe to redo this border, okay? You know what to do. You have two of the gorgeous grand borders. You have the box pleat vellum. You have two more of the pink vellums, and then you have a trellis going down in the middle of a border of florals, okay? So that is gorgeousness, right? And then you do your seashells to make it all come together, okay? Now, yes, you can do, my goodness, it doesn't have to be seashells. It could be whatever, you know, embellishments we have. What other ones do we have? Birds. It could be birds. It could be whatever you want. Now, again, you can go the other way. Did we see a picture of a layout? I had like 3 or 4 people text me a picture of the layout, and somebody said, Martha, this looks like you. And I was like, you see, without even trying to do it, it was those gorgeous little scallopy ruffles with a little bit of a wave, okay? It doesn't that look, and you and I sat here and did it without even thinking about that other scrapbook page. I know you guys saw it. Your hair is so pretty down. Oh, you're so adorable. I just washed it, so it's, yeah, it's you're darling. Okay, so you guys see what I'm talking about, right? You now have a page that you can do over and over. So think about that when you're putting yours together. I want to see you do it with all different page uh, collections, okay, paper collections. Let's see, brilliant, so fun, love. Hey, please, please, please subscribe. Please, for all that is good in this world, push the button, say thank you, say, you know, share with your friends. I love, love, love when you guys come to visit me, and I do not have a schedule, but I have so many plans for you. So if you subscribe and press the button, that means there's a bell, and as soon as I come out, you guys will be notified. Um, enjoy your dinner. Thank you. Hey, Paula, thank you so much. Antoinette, it's so long, everybody. Wonderful crafting with everybody. Martha, enjoy your dinner. Has everyone, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. You're so lovely. Zoom, Martha. Zoom is this Saturday, and if you want to come, there's plenty of time for you to join us. You go to marthaspapercrafting.com and buy the March Madness ticket. It's $25. You will get instantly 2 emails, one for a receipt and one for the download. And then you'll be able to get the 50-page workbook because I talk a lot. Have you noticed? Borderpalooza. Oh, Cheryl, that's a good one. Borderpalooza. Yes. Extreme compound borders. Yes. Dawn. I always forget that you're Dawn, my Texas cowgirl. How are you? I forget about that. Was so bad here also. So yes, I'm so excited to take pictures of you selling. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, Doris, hello. B, thank you so much. I am so thankful for everyone for joining us, and I will see you again sometime this week. I don't, well, Saturday for sure because we're doing Zoom, but I have the plan for this box. Is that not so cute? Look, it has all my stuff in it because I needed something near my desk. And I kept ordering stuff from Amazon and it wasn't the size that I wanted. And this is like customizable to the size that you want. Yes, so this one is coming up. And yes, OMG, please. I can't even tell you about, there's an unboxing of the In the Garden coming up also. I have to show you. We're going to do like this to that. It is so beautiful. Like the paper's right there. It's staring at me, but I can't keep going. It's 7 o'clock. So, lovelies, thank you so much. And I will see you later. Subscribe, thumbs up. Thank you. Bye.